I don't need no go down, I'm ready. Hashtag youthful. I was like 15, 5 feet tall, trying to y'all on his. He only hang with the hide.
It's your night tonight.
And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And it feels early to be already missing players from the lineup, but how these teams respond will impact the outcome of this game.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Collins is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Isaac Okoro. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Giddey in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. MP out there with Rollins. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And you know you don't expect every team to be playing at their best here at the start, Clark, of the season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, a long season means you're going to have some peaks and valleys. And if you have a couple of bad games to start the year, you don't want to overreact, but you do want to be serious about trying to correct what's going wrong. If an extended bad streak happens, now that's cause for a little more concern.
There's the drive. Okoro shot is off. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Philadelphia. Here's MP. The shot's good on the assist by Prince.
You know, MP starting to look good there from the mid-range.
Pass to Okoro. And now just over a minute played here in the first.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
Thomas, that's good.
Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Bulls trail by 5. High, arcing shot. Here's Giddey. Buries it from three-point range. Giddey's got 10 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A different look from Milwaukee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Timeout called by Doc Rivers. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Buzelis. And here is Giddey. Lays it up off the glass. 14 points for him.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
We've got Antetokounmpo. Taurean Prince is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Thomas. And it's Porter at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Smith sets the pick for Giddey. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Outwilling the defenders there. Giddey showing some passion inside.
Here's Giannis. Giannis dunks it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Smith outside. Outside, Jones. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Jones. Nothing on the board. Okoro wide open. He fires. Those three-pointers off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 7. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Here's Giddey following the 3 by Milwaukee, and the shot is good.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Okoro finds Jones. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, he's a really good shooter. Got a good look from medium range, and I think they'll go back to that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Rollins subbed in for Kevin Porter. Then for the Bulls, Zach Collins checked in for Jalen Smith. And Ivey subbed in for Jones. Back to Giddey. Jacks up a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
MP, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Giddey in the corner. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul, just something to keep in mind.
Bounce pass, Collins. Collins, a screen on MP.
Not much success from beyond the arc for him here. They should look to work it inside a little bit more and get some easy looks in the paint.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Ivy kicks to Giddey. And the three ball is good. Giddey's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls.
He is on one right now, carrying the offense. Just keep finding it.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey everybody, Shaq, do you know what time it is? Nope. It's time to check out the early season NBA Power Rankings. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Watching them whoop the...
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Buzelis out there with the Coral. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Ivy in at the 2.
Brent's a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And finished off by Collins.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Collins, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-star.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And a chance now to see where teams stand in the early stages of the NBA Cup.
And a lot can still change before we get to the knockout round. But one thing we know at this point, this competition has really added some excitement to the regular season since it started.
Buzelis with the ball, covered by Giannis. Ivy, no one around him, and it's off from three-point range. MP right side, shoots the three. It's all in by the Bulls. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. On the wing, Giddey. Shakes him. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. MP passes to Portis. The 15-footer, and he can't bank that one in. Bulls trail by 13. Here's Giddey. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The drive by MP. Count that one. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now, here's Collins. Pass to Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
It's Thomas on the wing. Fires the three. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. MP's got 23 points.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Here's Giddey. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Rollins is out there with MP, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Okoro. Pass to Collins. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Giddey, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Thomas fires. Cleared away by Ivy.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Now, here's Collins. And the rejection by Giannis. No stopping that baby hook on the fly.
Crisp pass there from MP to get that assist, showing vision beyond his years.
Ivy against Rollins. Rebounded by Portis. Milwaukee leading by 10. MP misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Ivy. And the rejection by MP. And they're able to recover. Here's Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And he banks the layup in.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter.
It's now time for your Parks Breakdown. Get live once again. Get the perimeter.
Rollins against Ivy. Oh, what an assist! Leading him to the bucket.
As a playmaker, Ivy has an interesting upside. If he continues to develop those skills, he'd only increase his value. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Milwaukee.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Bulls.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Ivy. How giddy. Oh, that was a two-hander. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Showing off the post moves right there.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Outside Portis. MP. What a finesse finish on the way-in.
You can certainly see the potential that MP has working inside the paint like that.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
30-plus points usually means you had a good night. Wins do, too. This is your job, MP, and it's hard work, but does it feel like hard work on nights like tonight?
It's like most jobs. The work itself, up and down. It's the people, if you're lucky, who make it somewhere you want to be instead of somewhere you have to be. I'm lucky to have teammates and coaches who feel more like family than a coworker. So even when the work is hard, I take a lot of pleasure in it.
Great, thanks, MP.
Hey, you're welcome.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thanks a lot. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. So long.
position. At 6'3", number 19, MP.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their rotation.
Missing a valued contributor. That can be a challenge. Now we'll see how they overcome it.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson out there with Tari Eason, and it's Durant in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Giannis plays the 4 with Porter playing at center. Then it's MP, then there's Taurean Prince, and it's Rollins in at the 2. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
Stan, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, would you say he's one of the most unguardable players ever?
Well, BA's certainly got to be in the conversation. Besides maybe Wemby, we haven't seen anyone like Giannis when it comes to length and those long strides especially. Plus, he has that strength, too. The presence Giannis has on the floor is incredible. He's must-see TV.
Pass to Durant. For 3, Smith. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's MP. Thompson pulls it in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. BA, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. About a minute played here so far in the first. Thompson against Thomas. Smith with a screen on MP. Thompson passes to Smith. He gets it in there. Smith's got 5 now.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play, rolling into open position right on cue.
Pass to Rollins. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. MP against Thompson from the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Back to Durant. And that one drops for him.
Just an aggressive inside play from Durant, pushing past the contact to get a shot.
And coach, some tough luck for the Bucks with injuries to their star players in recent years.
Yeah, well, last season, Lillard went down with the Achilles. Before him, Chris Middleton battled injuries. Even Giannis had his share. In this league, it's not enough to just be good. You need to have some luck, too.
Prince against Durant. Thompson. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Back to Thomas. The Rockets pull it in. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Eason can't get it to go. And so Prince will bring it up for Milwaukee. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, I think they found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Durant against Prince. And Durant gets it to go.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
To the middle. Here's Thomas. Thompson with the block. There's a minute 26 left in the first. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. We might see. Now here's Finney Smith. Not a lot of room. Thomas against Van Vliet. Thomas with a steal. So the Houston 5 right now. Van Vliet and Shepard. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
The Rockets trail. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And it's Shepard missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Thomas for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. The next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. To the wing on the left. And here's Shepard for 3. Nails it from 3. Shepard's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Turner finds MP from the low block. Rebound by Van Vliet. Houston has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred Van Vliet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He's come a long way. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. Power move from MP.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet on the wing, covered by MP. Second chance effort, and Turner with the block.
Well, you see just how threatening Turner is. Any shot that comes within reach of him is in danger.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Brian?
Leveraging that tall timber. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops, talk it over. Milwaukee making some changes. Portis comes in for Turner, and it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. Houston making some changes. Outside Eason. Houston working the ball around. Durant for 3. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks leading by 7. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
Durant looking around. Shot clock at 5. Shot to stop the run. Taking the contact. KD willing that one in.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Here's Thomas. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. There's 37 seconds left to play in the second quarter. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 7 points.
And it looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
MP no good. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here's Eason. That 3's off the mark. MP inside. Defended by Thompson. Thomas, that's good.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
MP getting it done for Milwaukee. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Houston Rockets.
Right now, they're just losing the game at the stripe. I like to see them draw contact and get some freebies.
Yeah, stopping the clock also stretches the game out a bit, gives them more time to cut into that deficit. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
When I look at Milwaukee, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see.
And that is going to do it for us.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Hey, you look at MP in this game. He's been everywhere.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Giannis plays the 4 with Porter playing at center. Then there's Taurean Prince. Then it's MP, and it's Rollins in at the shooting guard position. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Houston shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose. Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
The 3 from Prince, pure from three-point range. Prince has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Durant, pass to Şengün. Thompson against Thomas. Outside Durant, 4-3. It's hauled in by Rollins.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
MP beats the contact.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Outside Eason. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Durant. And he drops it in from the low post. Durant's got 9.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's MP. Working the interior. MP.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Thompson goes in. It's good. He has 6.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. You look at Prince. Boy, he's a sniper. 3rd best three-point shooter in the league.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to MP. Thompson with a steal. Outside Eason. No good from outside.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
They're running. Thompson with it. Now guarded by MP. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, if there's anybody who can ignite a crowd with his dunks, it's Jabari. He throws him down with power.
MP drives in. MP knifing through for the bucket.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Here's Thompson. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical. He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, BA. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you guys.
The love for the game. Allie, appreciate the report.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh, what a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And he recovers it. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Second chance shot. In close. Antetokounmpo delivers.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Houston working the ball around. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And passing is something Durant has really worked on. And you see the results with the sweet dime right there.
So the Rockets 5 now. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Tari Eason is out there with Thompson. And it's Şengün in at center.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Thompson outside. 5 on the clock. Launches it from deep. Can't get it.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
Durant against Prince. Durant owning the inside.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And the basket is good.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
Outside Durant. Durant draws the double. Eason! Thompson. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Now Thomas. Portis. Using the glass to lay it in.
This team trusts Portis to make those saves. Cleaning the offensive glass and then using his size to get a bucket.
Durant. Oh, Durant knows how to fight through contact.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Thomas. Yes, sir!
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Takes a step back. Durant. 17-footer is in.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Here's MP. Oh, it doesn't go.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
A throwback possession. 2 points.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Here's Şengün. Thompson in the post. MP's there. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim. Antetokounmpo surveys. Now Thomas. Yes, sir!
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Thomas. That misses.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Tries it from 9. Down goes the jumper. So Milwaukee wins it. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
A dominant game by MP, leading his team to victory. MP, you broke 40 points tonight. Is 40 just a number? What does it mean in today's NBA?
20 points means hot soup. 30 points means a hot meal. When I drop 40, that means a whole buffet. I'm feeding every family on the team, Jennifer Quintana. We all eat when I hit 40, and it feels great.
We're eating good tonight then, MP. Thank you.
Yeah, steak and lobster for everybody.
Ryan, back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Good stuff. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.